Welcome back to Factory Sealed. It is November 6th, 2013. My name is Eric Peterson. Joining me today is Jess Clarkson.
Hello.
Kevin Byer.
How's it going?
And that's it.
Shit, bitch. There you go.
It felt a little forced the second time.
It was a little forced.
Either way, Aaron is not here tonight. He sent me a very personal text message saying... Wait, is this another one from him?
Was it an image?
No, it was...
You guys have done that before.
Not. He said, faux show... Wait, that was his last text. I'm out tonight. I'll jump on if I can, but I'm not sure if I'll be able.
And no nudes.
So it wasn't a personal message at all.
It wasn't, no. It was sent to me, so I think that qualifies as personal.
Yeah, we'll give you that.
Yeah. Doesn't Kevin sound so much better today?
Fantabulous.
Kev, give us...
I really don't think there's a difference.
Well, now it sounds like crap.
Because I'm purposely making my voice sound like crap.
Okay, so...
You're succeeding.
In case you missed it before, Kev's old setup was a wireless 360 controller connected to his PC using his Xbox Live headset. Now he's using an iPad.
Yeah, so it's still not an actual microphone, but apparently it sounds better.
Well, it does when you don't move it around. So if you can just go into a catatonic state for the next hour, that'd be great.
So, can you hear this?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. So
I don't believe you.
Put your pants back on.
Oh, you can hear it.
Awkward.
You can hear that. Just back me up.
What is it? It's you're like scratching or something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do
Do you have candy wrappers?
Are you grinding pepper?
No, I'm just
It's
sitting here on my couch.
Totally Halloween candy.
I'm not eating anything. I'm not scratching anything. Not burning anything.
But you're moving around. Quit moving.
Stop touching.
All right, I'm going to remain perfectly still for the rest of the evening.
Okay. Except for
Done.
your thumbs.
Yeah, except for my thumbs.
Because we all know what Kev's doing.
I don't think I want to know.
He's level grinding Final Fantasy VII. Come on, Jess. What the hell's your mind into?
Not there.
Not there.
Not even there a little bit.
No?
That's not what my mind jumped to.
That's actually what my mind jumps to the first time anyone ever tells me that they're busy with their thumbs. Oh, level grinding.
Okay.
I'm glad that happens to you.
It happens to me often. People on the street just come up to me and say, you know, my thumbs have been really sore the last couple of days. I'm like, well, you should stop level grinding.
What if they don't play games?
What if it's a homeless man?
Well, then I'm at a loss.
Well, he could metaphorically be level grinding with his little cup to level up to more, I don't know.
Level up to a nicer cup?
Yeah, either that or to a newer corner.
Huh?
A better coat.
I don't think this is going anywhere.
I don't know, work with me here, people.
Just because none of us really care about the plight of the homeless. We can't put ourselves in their place to understand what they would do to have sore thumbs.
True.
I would hate to be homeless down here, though, because it's during the summer so damn hot.
Don't they have, like, areas that you can go to for air conditioning? Like, I'm pretty sure you can go into churches and stuff and, like, homeless people in Toronto.
There are so many homeless people here that there are not enough churches. There are actually homeless wars on the overpasses above the freeway for who gets those corners.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because they're like really shady corners, or do people give away a lot of money on those corners?
Well, it's because those are high traffic corners with people getting onto the interstate and off the interstate. So, you know, when I would have to drive past one of those every day for a couple of years, and about 9 months into it, I saw a shift change. I'm like, either that guy died or he got shanked for his corner, and now there's Mrs. Jones out there.
Huh.
So basically, being homeless is a lot like being a crack dealer. It's all about which corner you're standing on.
Yes.
Unless you're in Toronto. Because then the mayor does crack. And that's awesome. Officially, he smokes crack.
So he came out and said, hey, I'm your mayor. I'm smoking rock.
Yes. No, he said that he was not a crack addict, but there may have been a moment where he did crack in a drunken stupor around last year, approximately a year ago.
And it
may have been captured in video. Official statement from the mayor. Because our police chief had said, like, the video of Rob Ford smoking crack is real. And then Rob Ford was like, I'm not aware of a video. But he keeps leaving himself these loopholes. Like, I may have done it approximately a year ago.
Yeah.
In a drunken stupor. So I don't really remember. So,
well, you got to give the guy credit for trying to get out in front of it, though. Most people
I
just
bet
sit
he gets
and deny.
reelected.
I'm not even joking. He'll get reelected. The amount of people who are behind him on this, it's ridiculous.
Wasn't there a Robin Williams movie that dealt with something kind of like this? It was Man of the Year, where he was just this bumbling idiot who decided to run for president and won because he was just super open and honest about everything, like boners and farts and...
Oh, this guy's totally not honest, though. Like, he's been dodging this for, like, 6 months. This has been going on where the video...
Only 6 months? Wow, we've had shit scandals going on for decades.
Oh, yeah, no, 6 months, that's our limit.
After that, your Canadian conscience gets the best of you?
Yeah, that's how long you can lie for before you really turn into an American. It's pretty bad.
Maybe we should just send people to Canada.
We'll take care of him.
Into an American.
Yeah, but he's the fattest crackhead in the entire world.
Is this that huge mayor you were talking about on a show last?
Yeah, he's really fucking huge. It's ridiculous.
That's like having fat PE teachers in school.
Yep.
I had a huge fat PE teacher in grade 8, and I didn't understand it. I'm like, how can you be a gym teacher? You're fat.
If I knew what I know now, back then, I would have been a PE teacher. It's the easiest cake job in the world. If you want to go, if you like education, but you don't really want to teach, be a PE teacher.
Do they have a high need for PE teachers?
Well, yeah. Yeah,
Don't you have to do something else, though? You can't just be a PE teacher.
No, you are just a PE teacher.
Huh.
Does sound like an easy job.
Yeah.
All right, kids. I'm a little hungover. Just do 40 laps, and then your class is over.
I thought you'd have to teach health or something, too.
They don't teach health anymore.
Like, legit, they don't?
No, of course not. Because
we always had the awkward health class where you had to talk about sex and birth control.
Down here, they're moving away from the traditional middle school model, and they're just kind of lumping everything into the K-8 model. So kids are staying younger longer, so the transition to high school is even more difficult than it already was because they haven't really had that proper transition period. So
we rarely have middle school. Like in Ontario, it's mostly K-8 and then high school.
That's the most worthless model ever.
What is it on the West Coast?
When I went to school, we had like junior highs, but pretty much every junior high that I know people who went to, or the one that I went to, they're all closed now.
That's too bad, because junior high was great. It's just kind of like this annex from the education world where just anything went.
I would be like, I don't know if I'd like junior high.
Oh, it's great.
Because it's 7, 8, 9?
No, it's 6, 7, 8.
7, 8, 9 in Canada.
Oh, it's 6, 7, 8 here, and then high school is 9 through 12. But you don't have the younger kids on campus to worry about setting a positive image for. It's just a bunch of horny teenagers in a building for 8 hours a day.
The amount of hormones in that place would just be ridiculous.
Oh, it's great.
Maybe that's the only reason they did away with it.
Yeah,
It's like, you know what? There's way too many kids in this school who are pregnant right now.
Just the amount of like zits and like awkward boners would be the worst thing ever.
A lot of boys who didn't want to go up to the front of the class to write on the board.
Oh God. That would suck.
No way. Got to get up and flaunt it.
Oh God.
Drop trowel before you walk up. All right, this is happening, so...
I'm wearing
Deal with it.
sweatpants today.
Probably not a good idea as a teacher, but
No, as,
Well, I
a,
don't think
as a kid.
The teacher who's getting the awkward boners in the junior high class is probably not going to be a teacher for that much longer.
hope so.
Oh, man. So, awkward boners aside, anything new and exciting going on with you guys in the past week?
Oh, it was my birthday yesterday.
What?
Yeah, so exciting.
Wow, how
Except
old?
not really, because I'm old.
Do we get to ask how old, or is that still inappropriate to ask a girl?
I'm old. I'm 27.
Oh, you're my age.
Wow, you are old.
I know.
Aren't you like
Pretty much.
40?
Seriously. It's like my 27th birthday a few times over, but...
Oh, I was talking to Kev.
Oh.
Oh, I get it now. No, I'm 31.
That's not
You're
bad.
31? That's so much older.
Oh, sorry, I'm 27.
Yeah, we can't all lie about our age.
Shut up.
Wow. Well, happy birthday, Jess.
Thank you.
Yes, happy birthday.
Did Andrew take you out for a night on the town?
No. I'm was so excited to have gluten-free, soy-free, vegan pizza. It was embarrassing.
You guys know how to party.
I know. I found this cheese that's like it's dairy-free cheddar shreds is what it's called because I can't have dairy, but I also can't have soy. So most of the like vegan cheeses that you get are made with soy milk or whatever. So this one was like tapioca starch, oils, and like salt. Like it was
Is it
interesting.
sad that every time... I don't know if I should use sad, but is it inconsiderate that every time I walk down the gluten-free aisle, I just think to myself, rip off.
No, because it is. It's ridiculous, but
Hey, you want a bag
I'm
of
glad-
pretzels? $9.
yeah, it's insane.
And guess
but
what?
I'm really
They
happy
still
that there
taste
are.
like shit.
They're so good. The gluten-free pretzels, so delicious.
Remind me to never go gluten-free.
Yeah, I think my taste buds are like
I think,
permanently
I
skewed.
think even if the doctor said, if you keep eating wheat, it's going to kill you, you have to go 100% gluten-free, I would just eat wheat and die.
You're like, come on, doctor, really, how long do I have?
Really? Are people still buying into this gluten-free crap? Come on, it's like global warming. Let's get over it.
And Scientology.
Yeah.
What kills me though are gluten-free beers.
Oh, gross.
They're the grossest things ever.
What the heck are
It's
those
all-
made out of?
I don't know. Don't even know. Because it's the barley that has gluten in it. But it's the barley that makes the beer taste good, apparently, because all the gluten-free beers I've had are just
But
horrid.
aren't you not a beer person anyway?
I was a beer person.
Oh.
I liked... Remember? I got that porter stuff that you
Oh, yeah.
recommended when I was in
Breckenridge
America.
Vanilla Porter.
Yeah, it was really good. But
Told you.
then, no more gluten for Jessica.
You should look into oatmeal beers.
Wait, what?
Oatmeal.
Like, it just tastes like oatmeal, or it's made out of oatmeal?
Like oatmeal stouts?
Yes.
I've had that before, and they're really good.
Yeah, the Breckenridge oatmeal stout.
That doesn't sound good at all.
It's delicious.
It's really good.
How do you not like oatmeal? Do you like beer? Do you like oatmeal? You like beer oatmeal.
Oatmeal beer.
I don't think I've ever eaten oatmeal.
What?
It's just like a bowl of puke. Like,
Exactly.
Never had oatmeal ever in your life.
maybe once when I was like 10.
Not like the
Oh.
Quaker oatmeal that had dinosaur eggs that turned
No.
into dinosaurs.
Not even the instant oatmeal, which is vastly
No.
superior.
Cereal, man.
God.
Cereal is way better than oatmeal.
Oatmeal
Oatmeal
is
takes
like totally
time.
cereal.
No, it's not.
It's like a cereal grain.
It's like it's hot instead of cold. That's just weird.
You live in Canada.
about,
Don't
like,
you want
shredded
hot food
wheat?
all the time?
Not all the time.
Do you like shredded wheat? That's hot.
I don't know what that is.
It's like the never eat shredded wheat.
Kev, what does your daily diet consist of?
Chicken,
Okay.
sandwiches, toast.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Chicken sandwiches and toast.
Yeah, I have sandwiches for lunch, toast for breakfast, and then chicken and some veggies for dinner.
Okay, well, you redeemed yourself with the veggies. I mean, I guess that's
What do you have on
okay.
your sandwich?
It all depends. Sometimes it's like 15 different vegetables because I'm too lazy to walk to the side of the supermarket that sells the meat. Or sometimes it's meat and no vegetables because I'm too lazy to walk to the side of the supermarket that sells vegetables.
I like your logic.
That's ridiculous. Wow. Well, I'm getting a lot of echo from Kevin. Have you moved
Well,
your
isn't
iPad
that-
again?
What? No, I wasn't moving anything. I was moving my head, but I'm sorry. I forgot that I'm not allowed to do
It sounds
that.
like your beard is scraping against your microphone.
That's exactly what it is.
Maybe it's scraping against my headphones.
That's gotta be it, because it's scraping against something.
Or
hold on.
I'm assuming you didn't do the clean shave for Movember then?
Kevin
No, that's
doesn't
just weird.
shave.
Okay, I'm losing my earbuds for a second because I might be able to fix this.
Oh my god, this is gonna be crazy. Oh, now we're gonna hear a ton of feedback. Don't worry, we're not gonna edit this out.
This is so awkward.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, is your shirt on?
My shirt is on.
Pants are up.
Well, no, they've never been up since the start of the show.
Why would you go there, Jess?
'Cause-
No, I just I flipped the cord around so it's behind my head instead of in front of my head.
Is it still getting echo? Nope, we're good.
Nope.
Yeah, no, there it
Yeah.
is.
Can you hear the scratch?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay, do you want me to go back to my Xbox headset? Is that what's going on here?
You know what? That might be better.
Yeah, do you want to pause? You want to pause the show?
No, we're just gonna wait. This is great.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to hang up the call and then pick it up on my computer instead of my iPad.
Okay, we'll wait.
All right, you guys fill this awkward silence with good stories, and I'll be right back.
The joys of Kevin.
I feel like we should be playing Jeopardy music.
No way. We got it. But that's our signature. Big, awkward, dead silences.
Let's just wing it. See what happens.
Yeah. How long do you think it's going to take?
Shorter than it took me to close my 5,000 windows.
You know what we
before I
could do that
reset.
would be fun? I've got some listeners on my Skype. We just randomly pull one in and say hi.
Yeah, do it.
Maybe I should call Matt. Should we surprise
Yeah,
Matt?
Matt's on.
Matt Eads?
Xbox Mike?
Shit, he's back.
Xbox Mike?
And
That
now you
was
sound
so
like shit.
fast. Okay, well, I feel like now we do need to call someone because it would be like, haha, just kidding, we totally didn't.
Just kidding. Maybe next time when Kev has to take a long, awkward switching of devices.
There shouldn't be other times. I don't know why there was this time. It
Because
sounded
that
fine.
mic sounds like crap.
You said at the beginning of the show that it sounded great.
Until
It
you started
did.
beard rubbing it.
Fuck.
You don't live with anyone. You have no significant other at the moment. What is possibly preventing you from spending $35 on a microphone?
Your anger right now.
If I said it a lot nicer, would you consider it?
No. If you were to drop it for like an entire show, then maybe like the show after I would come back and be like, hey, Eric, check out this new mic I got.
Deal.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Deal.
Why don't you just steal someone's like earbud microphone thingers?
No, those suck huge. Here's the deal. I will not mention your microphone from now until the end of next week's show.
I call bullshit.
And by the time
Now until the end of next week. All right.
The show after that, you better have a new microphone.
So like 2 weeks from Wednesday.
2 weeks from this very
2
moment.
weeks from today. 2 weeks from right now.
I will not make a single mention of your microphone.
I feel like if you do, you owe him a mic.
I have one. It's just $35 to send it to him. And with that $35, he could just go buy one.
You know, the last time I put money into a podcast, I bought these nice headset earmuff things from Eads, and he's like, they're top of the line, blah, blah, blah. And then when he moved to Grand Prairie, he stole those headsets.
What a bastard.
How much did he charge you for them?
I don't know. They're like $25.
Oh, God. Top of the line, $25.
$25 top of the line. That's what I'm saying.
He saw you coming. So, did you two, I know the answer is no for Aaron, but did you two finish Chapter 3 of Mother 3?
I motherfucking did.
Woo!
Oh,
So
shit.
excited. That's why I was taking 5 minutes, because I had to finish it before this.
Oh, my God.
Right before the show.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you were giving some last-minute attention to Aaron. You're like, honey, it's okay. I'm going to be on the show. You can go over here and do your dishes. And
Yeah, and he's actually leaving on a business trip tomorrow.
has he forgiven you for calling him soulless?
I don't know if he actually heard that.
What's his Twitter name?
Andrew T. Clarkson.
I'm going to sound clip it and send it to him.
Totally should.
So Jess
Both of
finished
your
it.
guys' Twitters are so awesome. Just your name. Yes, I also finished
Thank
Chapter
God.
3 of Mother 3.
So we can talk about it. I've been done with it for...
You're so good right now.
I've been done with it for 2 weeks, so my memory's going to be a smidge foggy. Jess,
off.
you had to play through all of Chapter 2 as well, didn't you?
No.
Did you find a game save to use?
Yes.
Oh, cheater.
Not even.
So you just
Chapter
downloaded...
2 is a few weeks ago. I did Chapter 3.
Yeah, but you never played Chapter 2.
I played a bit of it.
Okay, so you have no idea what happened.
I
feel like you have to
no.
have a deep understanding of what happened in Chapter 2 in order to understand Chapter 3.
Not really.
Because it's different.
It runs concurrently with Chapter 2.
Okay, give me a little walkthrough.
Did you listen to the show where we talked about Chapter 2? We'll press pause. We'll wait for you. Go listen to it. Kevin and I will fill it with big dead silence.
Or randomly talking about phoning some other third party.
Let's call Matt Eads. Let's just pull him in out of the blue.
He's probably not even going to answer his phone.
Doubt he would.
You're right. He won't. So, Chapter 3. Kev, give us a rundown. What is it?
You're playing as Salsa the monkey. He gets basically made into a slave by this traveling merchant.
Who's a dick?
Yeah, he's a super dick. I think he appears to be either like a commander or the leader of the pig-faced army.
I don't think he's a leader of an army, though. I think he's...
A dick.
I don't know what he is. But I
Well,
didn't get the army impression from him.
Those pig guys are obviously some sort of organized group intent on destroying this little world, this little town. And he is someone who has sway over the people in that group, so he's got to be some sort of leader.
I suppose. But maybe he's only a leader because everyone's afraid of him.
He would still be a leader regardless.
That's true.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Hitler. This game has a huge, huge Nazi tone for me. The pig people, their salute is the Heil Hitler.
You're
It
right.
totally is.
Okay. Continue.
And-
That you have to have
and,
more basis for that than that.
Well, this traveling merchant guy, he's totally psycho, evil, tortures the monkey as much as he can. And he seems to be... He seems like Hitler. I think the game is going to go in such a way that we're going to have some genocide. We're going to have a little bit of World War going on here.
I think we're going to have animal genocide, though.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Jess, did you play enough of Chapter 2 to recognize the Hitler guy, Facade, from Chapter 2?
Totally.
He was the guy that came into town, handed...
The money guy.
He handed Butch... Yeah.
Yeah.
Handed Butch the bag of money. Had no idea what money was, and Butch is like, I don't know what this is, so I'm going to hide it. And then they accuse you of stealing it. No, you go to steal it, and he says, no, I'm a good person, and Duster doesn't steal it. And then you come back, and the money's gone. But I think this guy's got some. I think he's got something out for Tasmally Village. He wants to kind of throw this whole city on their whole little village upside down, because they're kind of this. I want to say they're kind of this utopian society where everybody's just kind of happy and except for the kids whose mom died. I mean, obviously they're not happy, but
except for them.
Yeah, but I mean that happened like at the very start of when things started going wrong, because it was kind of alluded to that merchant guy has been to this town a couple times before.
Yeah.
So he could have started all this bad shit, and then the mom dying was just the beginning. Because that was the first attack, too, with the pig people.
Well, wasn't that the first
true.
time that the Dragos actually went crazy? Because before they used to be kind of peace-loving.
They were chill. They let you run into them, which, again, is a stupid idea.
That'd be a pretty sweet game, though. I mean, you got to think those things are probably pretty bouncy.
And also, like, they could kill you. Let's ram into them.
Yeah, but
So,
they
like,
didn't have any reason to think that they would kill you because they hadn't ever killed anyone.
Yeah, it's like elephants. Elephants are super friendly, but if they wanted to, they could totally kill you.
Yeah.
I just feel like the first time you see a big creature with, like, long sharp claws, you don't be like, let's bounce.
I'm sure What's-His-Nuts and Klaus didn't just walk out of Grandpa's hut and be like, oh my god, look at these big dinosaurs, let's go run into. I'm sure it had been an established tradition to ram yourself into the guts of a Drago. Like, that's a coming-of-age thing. You know, go disturb this gigantic death machine.
Okay, sure. I'll suspension of disbelief.
Didn't what's the mom's name who died?
Hyana?
I was thinking Queena, but that's Final Fantasy IX. So no, wrong game. Hywana?
Something.
Hyawana.
Yeah, I think it was Hawana or Hanawa.
Wasn't she was killed by a Drago, but wasn't it a mechanized Drago?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was evil Hitler Drago.
Yeah. So you're right. This guy's coming in and he's genociding everything. He's turning, instead of turning people into his Nazi army, he's turning the animals into it.
Yeah, and he's already got the pig people.
Do you think they're not really pig people? Those are masks.
They're masks?
Did it ever say that they're masks?
I think they're like aliens.
They always just call them the pig-faced people.
Yeah.
And they have those ships, so they have to be from somewhere technologically advanced.
See, I don't think they are, because after you have that little opener with Salsa and Facade he sends Salsa's girlfriend away. What's her name? Samba?
Which is the saddest thing ever.
So Salsa's got this little shot collar on, and Facade starts out just shocking him when Salsa does something that he doesn't want him to do. Like he goes after his girlfriend in the spaceship and gets shocked, but as he progresses, he just does it for fun. So yeah, he's got this maniacal side to him. But you're in this desert.
Sadist.
You're in this desert, and they don't really explain why you're there. They're just kind of like, all right, you're in the desert. You have to go fight this fox with a teapot or a flower pot on its head, and then you end up in a subterranean subway system where you get in the pork bean, I think it's called. It's like a little vehicle. And anyway, you make your way back to Tasmally Village, and
but he's like the shittiest level ever when you start.
Yeah, I know. The entire chapter to me felt like it was just like plot dump. It's like your character that you're supposed to be playing as is completely useless.
Oh,
the only thing I did for like the first four quarters of the level or the chapter was just defend and
Wait.
let the other guy kill him.
The
Yeah.
first 4 quarters, so wouldn't that be the whole chapter?
Yeah, the whole chapter. Well, other than the final boss fight when he was actually in your party.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it was just pretty much okay. Defend.
Well, you could use his
defend.
monkey
you could
techniques.
dance.
Yeah.
That's
but
what
they-
I did. I put
they
the
felt-
guy to sleep.
They felt just useless. It felt like you would be safer to just defend so that you didn't take the damage, and then let the other guy finish it off.
Yeah, it was kind of frustrating because the boss battles were a little bit more difficult simply because you had to rely on the other character that you couldn't control.
That was also shocking you, like fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in the first fight, the first boss battle with that tiger or the wolf or whatever it was.
Yeah.
The cactus guy?
Well, because you weren't expecting it to be a boss battle, and then he just hands your ass to you, and you're like, great, now I got to start this chapter over again.
Yeah.
But I thought it was an interesting chapter in the fact that I didn't really see it coming that this chapter is going to be running concurrently with Chapter 2. So Chapter 2 has Duster going through Osho Castle, trying to find an item for Wes, and he runs into pig people on his way out. And then Chapter 3 picks up where you are Salsa and Facade commanding the pig people to go in and get whatever it is that Duster and Wes already got. So the 2 chapters kind of intersect, and as you come out, you kind of see the events of what happened at the end of Chapter 2 from a different perspective, where everybody's accusing each other of stealing Butch's money. And isn't that where Facade...
And it was fucking Facade, man. It was Hitler. Hitler stole the money.
Well, and then he goes to capitalize on the situation, and he says, hey, I see you guys are all clearly unhappy, so I'm going to... Who wants to be happy? I can make you happy. I'm going to sell you happy boxes. And then a few people walk away. Did you guys have anybody... Like, I wonder if that is scripted. Is it a certain number of people stay based on your dance, or...
I think it's 4 people all the time.
Okay.
I had
Because
like
you have to hand out 4 boxes after, right?
Yeah.
yeah, in the last crowd, I think I had like 7 people because there was a few that didn't put their hands up.
But did you guys have one couple stay where when you delivered a box, it actually delivered 2 because they lived together?
Yeah.
No, they canceled one of their boxes.
Well, same thing, right?
Yeah.
You only ended up having to deliver 3 boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it is a scripted thing then, because
I just wasn't sure if my dance was shitty.
Well, I couldn't figure out what you were supposed to do.
I nailed the first 2. I was like, fuck yes. And then I just got annihilated with shocks.
What clues does he give you for how to do the dance?
None.
No, he kind of does it himself. Like, he'll touch his toes if he wants you to go down. He'll point up if he wants you to go up. And then he'll point left or right.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just like inept. I did not pick up on that at all.
I could understand if you were playing it on a small screen, you might not have seen it because it's probably really pixelated. But
Yeah.
on the 61, it was fine.
Well, there was that part down in Osho Castle, too, where you had to figure out another dance to open that mouth.
That one took me so long. I almost quit playing the game because of that part.
Yeah, it took me a solid 20 minutes to get.
Yeah, I could not figure out that all you had to do was read the things on the wall. Because I was looking at them, and I'm like, well, okay, there's the dance right there. I'll just press down first, because it kind of looks like he's crouching,
Yep.
and I press down, like, shock.
Well, I figured out that you had to read the board, and I'm like, great, both those boards are exactly the same. I'll read the one on the right, and then go back and do the dance, and try to do it for 15 minutes, and then I was just like, screw this, I'm going to walk out of here. And on the way out, I always tap the search button when I'm walking, and I read that second billboard. Okay, let's go try this again, and boom, opened up.
Mine, it took a while for the like option to open the door.
Yeah, mine had a little bit of a lag in it, too.
That was frustrating.
Yeah, because it told you, it's like, when you read one of the things on the wall, it's like, you have learned the 3rd step of the dance, or you have learned the 1st step of the dance.
And see, when I first read that, I thought that it was just referring to a dance you could do in battle.
That's what I thought too. I was like, sick. I learned some fancy smancy moves. No.
No.
Oh, well.
So how long did it take you guys to deliver the 3 boxes? Did you actually prevent yourself from getting... Did you get your treat?
He said he was going to give me a banana, but then he didn't because I had 3 minutes to spare or something.
Because I timed
Yeah,
it.
how long did you do it in?
I don't remember the time, but I know that I came in with 2 minutes to spare, and he's like, yeah, I'm still going to shock you anyway.
Yeah, I was 25 minutes, so I had 3 minutes left. And then he was like, I was going to give you a banana if you could do it in less than 3 minutes, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the same thing. Mine was 25 minutes left as well. So maybe it's just no matter what happens, it's 25 minutes.
I kind of like...
The first house that I went to was the one in the forest.
Yeah.
And I didn't even pick up the box. I'm like, I just talked to the guy in the graveyard, didn't see the boxes at all, and I just ran to the first place. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll just go talk to this guy, give him whatever he needs, and I assume I have it in my inventory already, but I didn't. So I get all the way to the house, and the guy's like, where's my box? You were supposed to bring me a box. I'm like, what do you mean? I thought I had the box.
No, and then you walk so damn slow with the box, too, so it just makes it even worse when you're trying to walk from the far west side of the map to the east side to try to find somebody.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that he marked the map. Like, I wasn't paying attention when
Oh, he did?
said that. Yeah, so I was just walking, like, everywhere. I had no idea where
I
was
talked
going.
to everybody in town and went in every building. I didn't look at the map.
Yeah.
Really?
No. That's like having
Well
the
done.
golden guiding star on a Nino Cooney. Sometimes you just got to explore.
Oh, I was so frustrated. I was like, where are these people? So bad.
How'd you feel when Kumatora popped up through the window?
And rescued me?
Yeah.
I was pretty excited. I'm like, finally, no more torture.
I was a little mad that I couldn't kill the man.
Well, you got to put the
Yeah.
shark collar on him.
I just wanted to stab his eyes out.
What?
Yeah.
Put the shock collar on him.
Didn't you get to put the shock collar on him? No, you got to destroy the shock collar.
Yeah, you destroy the shock collar.
That's right. I thought you got to put it on him.
I just wanted to stab his eyeballs out.
What was the... I can't remember what the final boss for this one was.
The tank.
Oh, yeah, the tank.
That's right.
Yeah, to prove just how useless Salsa was, in the boss fight, my Salsa died probably in the first 3 turns of the boss
Jesus.
fight.
And you still
I'm
won.
sitting there, and I still won. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, I'm so screwed. Should I just reset right now? And then I'm like, well, whatever, I'll just give it a try. And I ended up winning. So it's like,
He
you're
is
such a useless piece of crap.
like ridiculously useless. Like sometimes it would be like scratch and 1.
That's all he ever did was 1 damage.
No, sometimes I did like 10.
Oh, Jesus, hold yourself back.
It was a little intense.
Wow.
10 whole damage.
And that was with like the 2 tappy bonus thing.
The two tappy bonus.
Yeah.
Have you guys
When you
gotten any
tap
better at the
twice.
rhythm battles?
I got 2.
Still, 3 is my absolute best.
The highest I've gotten was 11,
What?
and that was in chapter 1.
Was that pure dumb luck or?
It had to have been. I mean, I could consistently get 6 or 7, but that time where I got 11, because I thought it just went to the beat of the music, but apparently it goes to the heartbeat of the enemy. And you don't know what the heartbeat is unless you listen to it.
Which is ridiculous.
And I feel like that's going to become something that's really important in later boss battles. So I probably should try to learn that.
I don't know. I feel that none of the boss battles are so hard that you need the extra little bit of damage it gives you.
Yeah.
Because actually, I watched a little video on YouTube to see, like, if I could figure out how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the damage just drops down so dramatically the more that you get. So by the time you've hit 20 in a row, you're probably doing 5% of the damage you did at the start.
So it's better to just not waste the time.
I would say it's probably better to just waste the time and just say fuck it.
Yeah.
But you feel like a badass doing it.
I thought the max you could get was 16.
Well, whatever the max is, like by the end, it's pretty bad.
I found the first one really tough, though. I struggled with that one.
The first, what?
Boss battle, the Mecha Drogo.
Yeah, that one was difficult because you didn't really realize exactly how these boss battles were going to play out. But this,
And I found it was difficult getting, because the trees would just destroy me. Because they would blow up. So you'd lose, like, so much.
oh yeah.
So
Well,
I found that tricky.
this last boss battle with the tank, I actually ended up doing twice because I beat it, and then I thought that there was pros afterwards. We had to click through some text, and I thought that if you left it on a piece of text, it wouldn't do anything. But apparently, it times out and just clips itself through and keeps going. So I went to grab something, and I came back, and they were doing something on screen, and I'm like, shit, I probably missed something super important. So I reset and did the entire boss battle again, and that's not a short battle.
Oh, that one was pretty long. That guy had like at least 3,000 hit points.
Yeah, and it took me 2 more tries to beat him again. So then I get done and realize that I came back literally seconds after that last piece of text clipped through. So I missed nothing.
Oh, that's funny.
Absolutely.
But yeah, once he got to his second form, then it was just easy mode. Because there was like it seemed to me that every 5 attacks he would only do something once.
Yeah.
The rest of the time it was like the tank is smoking or blah, blah, blah.
You had better be damn well healed up when he came to.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that bad because there wasn't really anyone leading up to that. So if you died, like, you could get restored in the fountain and be good.
Yeah. Or if you're emulating, you could save state it.
Truth.
What do you guys think is going to happen next? Like, where do you see this going from here? Because obviously he has injected this, even on the smallest level, he's injected this thought process of, I can be happier. Because everybody in this village was happy with what they had. But he has shown them that you can be happier, and he's introduced money. So where do you think it's going to go from here?
Maybe they're going to get roboticized.
He's going to start roboticizing people?
Stronger.
Yeah, it's going to be pig masks for everyone.
Yeah.
Either that or it'll be like slowly people from the town will start to go pig mask style. And like disappear or head to the castle or I don't know.
Oh, I can see it. They're brainwashed into the pig mask cult.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really want to try to figure out where it's going to go story-wise because it's such a dynamic story to begin with.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that the next chapter is going to be the little kid is just going to blow my mind.
Oh, how do you know it's going to be the little kid?
Well, because I don't know if it's going to be, but at the end of chapter 3, they were talking about how Lucas... Was it Lucas or was it Klaus? It was Lucas, wasn't it?
I can't remember who's who. Lucas is the scaredy one and Klaus is the bad one.
Yeah, Lucas was the crybaby because it talks about how he's going to become a hero and he's going to end up being the one who saves the world.
That's right, because he ran off and he got the Drago tooth.
Yeah, to chase off... what's his name?
Duster? No.
No, the merchant.
Oh, Facade.
Facade, yeah.
Well, even his name is telling because it's spelled like a Middle Eastern name would be Fassaad, but the term facade means a fake front.
Yeah.
So he's clearly misrepresenting
Clearly
himself
up
to the
to
people.
no good.
Yeah. I don't know. I genuinely have no idea where this is going.
I enjoyed chapter 3 a whole lot more than I did chapter 2 though.
2 was really, really dumb.
Yeah.
I didn't like how they used the same trope from chapter 2 to chapter 3 where you're kind of this meek underling and you've got this person behind you belittling you and all that. I didn't really care too much for that, but that's just me, I guess.
I'm just so excited when I get some monkey revenge and just pow. Kablamo. Stupid asshole.
So assuming we've played as how many different people so far? The monkey, Duster, Kumatora, and whatever that blacksmith's name was from chapter 1. And then, assuming next chapter is the kid, that's already 5 main characters.
I don't know if they're really constituted as main characters, though.
Well, I don't know. It seems to me the way the game is going that it's going to be one of those games where there's going to be like six base chapters where it gives you background, and then the last couple chapters will be everybody's together in the same time period, and then they're all going up against Facade or something like that.
I did hear that chapter 6 is 10 seconds long.
Really?
Yeah.
How many chapters are there?
There are...
I think it's 7
8?
or 9.
I think it's 8.
Okay, well, either way, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't... It's not that many, but... I mean, if each one is 2 hours, then it's a good 15, 16 hours, which is pretty good for a... What was it, Game Boy Advance game?
Yeah.
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 But, okay, 2 things. The little healing pond in the castle totally looks like a penis.
What?
Like, it is ridiculous. Where you go to get restored.
In the basement?
Yes.
I didn't know that you went to... Oh, yeah.
I don't think it looks like a penis.
Oh my god, it totally does.
A little bit. And it's
I
got
don't know
the...
if Eric didn't see it. I don't know if it's how real it is, because Eric is all about finding penises and everything.
There's nothing it can't look like.
Speaking of penises, this is a terrible segue. Did you see the fireworks show in Glasgow, Scotland, where they engineered fireworks to go off and look like an ejaculating dick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It was
look it up.
amazing.
Jesus.
Good stuff.
That is a very, very good use of a biological sciences degree.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm trying to find a picture of the penis water.
Yeah.
Because it totally looks like a penis. Like there's balls and everything. I was actually going to screenshot it because I was like, man, this can't be anything but.
This is just a big dick.
Totally a big dick. I'm so going to find it.
Really? So is that... Do we have any other thoughts besides penis thoughts on...
Yeah, you guys can totally continue while I try to find this penis.
Oh, please do. I don't think you're going to find it.
I don't think I am either because I'm searching like... and it's not coming up. Anyway, I will find it before the night is done.
Okay. What else did we play this week? Did you guys play anything else?
No.
Yeah. I played Final Fantasy VII some more.
Okay, well, we got to save that for a different show.
All right, then no, I played nothing.
You guys didn't play anything else?
No.
Oh man. So
What did you?
I took the advice from Daryl Tagle. He wrote in and wanted us to play The Adventures of Cookie and Cream. And
yeah.
I vaguely remember this game from when I worked at GameStop. And once I discovered that it was made by the same company or the same development studio that did Demon's Souls, I was all over it. Because
Sign Eric up.
I don't care what it is. I'm there. But they've been known that development studio has generally made RPGs and more serious based games. And this one just came completely out of left field. In a time when they were developing Eternal Ring and the Armored Core series, very hardcore simulation style mech games. Here comes Adventures of Cookie and Cream, which is about a fox and a rabbit that have potted plants on their head, and they're on a quest given to them by a psychotic rooster to find the moon.
I don't even know what to say.
I'm confused.
So the point of the game, it's technically a co-op game, but it's a single-player co-op game, if that makes any sense, where there's 2 characters on the screen, and the whole game is done kind of Crash Bandicoot style, where you go from the bottom of the screen to the top. So it's kind of a, not necessarily top-down, but like your isometric from the back. And the best way to describe it is like the co-op in Portal 2, where you are working together to get to the end, but one person has a puzzle that when they solve it allows the next person to move on to the puzzle to allow the other person to move on, and you're just kind of working together, but you have a time frame. And there are little clouds and sheep that you can pick up along the way that give you more time. But the catch is that the character on the left side of the screen is controlled with the left joystick and the L1 and L2. The character on the right side is controlled with the right stick and R1 and R2. So you have to move these two characters and manipulate them. Like L1 and R1 are jump, and then L2 and R2 are your interact buttons, like grab chains, move them around, open doors, or spin levers to lower bridges and stuff like that. So you're kind of having to use both sides of your brain at the same time to get yourself through this level.
Wasn't there like a mini game in Ni no Kuni that had that same kind of thing?
I want
where you were
to
just
say yes.
You were using both the analog sticks to control different people?
Yes. It was in the desert where you had to do the trials.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's exactly that same concept. Exactly the same.
My spatial ability would have none of that.
Except you cannot cross paths. So the character on the left is always on the left side of the screen. Character on the right is always on the right side of the screen. So Christy and I decided to play it together with one controller. So she's holding on to the left-hand side of the controller with her left hand. Well, we started the other way around. She's using her right hand, trying to move it around, and I'm using my left hand. And when you're playing a game like that, you don't really realize it, but you move your controller around a little bit. You don't realize how intimate you get with a controller and moving it around. So when it's attached to somebody else, and you guys have to not only work together on the game, but you have to work together with the controller to make sure it stays functional for both of you, it gets super hilarious because every time you fall in the water, you lose time. Or if you stand still for too long, these creatures come down and pick you up and start sucking time away from you. And you're sitting there and yelling at each other like, go do this. And meanwhile, she's falling off into the water and I'm getting picked up by somebody and carried away. And it was a blast. With one controller, we made it to the end of level 2. And then we decided to try it with 2 different controllers, which, while still fun, it wasn't as fun because there wasn't that personal co-op conflict where you had to argue with each other. The game's a blast. I honestly went into it expecting to hate it, just based on the name. Like, freaking cookie and cream. I don't need a kid's game. But it did just come out on PSN for $9.99. So totally worth the $10. Totally.
It sounds like it would be a little intense, but fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. If you have a friend, I don't know how I would feel sitting on the couch like holding the same controller as Kev, because you're super close to each other.
That would be super romantic.
I'm not looking for
guys could take your friendship to the next level.
I suppose.
Work out those thumbs.
I'm ready if you are, Eric.
Hey, my thumbs need work. No, it's cool. I really enjoy it. So I've actually, before we got on the show tonight, I was trying to see how far I could get using just the one controller by myself, and I got to the end of level 2 before I had to give up. It gets really difficult because you're twisting levers. One character is moving a circular lever around to raise platforms in the water, and they're really precise jumps. And if the other person lets go of the lever, the platforms go back down. Or if they're standing still too long, then they're going to get picked up and then the platforms will go down. And meanwhile, you're losing time while the other person's falling into the water and you're losing more time. And trying to do that by yourself is super difficult.
Huh. Because you have to do it at the same time, right? Like, you can't just move one a little bit and then move the next the other little bit?
Yeah, because when one moves up, you can only go as far as the screen will let you, so you have to be moving them concurrently.
Oh God, no! My brain cannot handle that.
It's super difficult. So what I do is I'll just, if I see that there's a route that doesn't have any obstacles, I'll just push that stick forward and then just divert my attention to the other person who needs more attention to detail. It's fun. I really enjoy it. I'm actually going to keep playing it though. It's one of those frustratingly mindless games. Like Christy was talking to me about it on the way home. She's like, "We should totally play that tonight." Like, that was just kind of a game that somebody suggested, but it's a ton of fun. I mean, if you've got $10 to spare on PSN, pick it up because it's a blast. And I could see you totally making a drinking game out of it.
Yes. P.S. I totally found the dick pic.
I did, and it looks like a huge dick.
Like, there's nothing else it could look like. There's even the fountain at the top.
And it's got Duster just right in the middle. It's like, yeah, so what? I'm in a big dick pool.
It.
Whatever, what of it?
Just saying.
It's making me feel real good, too.
Yeah. Other than that, I didn't really
Villa.
play anything else.
We're all so pressured to get Chapter 3 done.
How long did it take you guys?
To do Chapter 3?
Yeah.
I'd say 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's probably about the same. Maybe 2.5 hours, yeah.
I think it was 2 hours because I was like, need to get this done.
Kev, I have a game that actually I did play another one very briefly, but I feel like if anybody's ever played this before, it'd be you. An old PC game from 1991 called Another World.
I have not played it, no.
It may have been known as Out of This World back then.
I don't think so.
It was, I don't know the guy's name on Steam, but Harry the Snowman gave me a copy of it. So thanks for that. That was really nice. But it's an old PC side-scrolling adventure game, but we have a lot of games now that are these kind of cinematic side-scrolling experiences, kind of like Limbo. This was exactly like that, but done in 1991 style graphics. So super grainy, super shitty. Or you could hit P and it goes into HD graphics, which are still super shitty and super grainy. But it's done in this really kind of cool retro South Park style where it looks like it's just pieces of construction paper glued together, and it's really, really insanely difficult. It's just a whole process of trial and error where the premise of the story is you're this guy who sits down at his computer. You're obviously a coder or a hacker, and you're by this gigantic particle accelerator, and a bolt of lightning hits the building that you're in. It increases the particle to super speed. Somehow it blows up with you and everything around you, and then you just appear in this other world, hence the name Another World, I guess. And you are befriended by this gigantic walking woolly type Chewbacca character. He's got a Star Wars blaster that you pick up, and the puzzle, it's not a long game, but the puzzles are so goddamn difficult, and once you figure it out, like, that was stupidly easy. It's just one of the games that makes you feel dumb because things are so easy. You know,
I love games that make me feel dumb.
Well, you get to one screen, and the first one, for example, here you go. The first part that you come to, you wake up in the new world, and you walk across the screen, like, yeah, this looks kind of good. Oh, look, there are little tiny slugs on the ground. And your only attacks are you can crouch and do like this little Mortal Kombat side sweep kick, or you can, when you're standing up, press the same button and do like a little foot stomp. You're like, I'll just go up and squash these things. But no, if you get within anywhere within reaching distance of these things, it goes into like this cinematic cutscene where you see this giant claw come out of this thing, and it gives you a little cut on your leg and you die. And there's 3 of them, so it's like, all right, you figure out how to kill them, and you can run and jump, but it doesn't really do much to get over these. So you get to the next screen and you see 2 more, and you're like, great, I can dispatch 2. So you walk forward, and 3 of them drop down on top of you and scratch you a little bit, and you die. So once you finally get past them, the next screen, a gigantic baboon drops down and jumps at you and kills you. So once you figure out that you have to run back the other way, jump across all these slugs, both screens worth, and then get the giant baboon to fall down into a pit and die, only then you can advance. It's the most frustrating game in the world. It's so much fun.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a lot of fun. I can understand why you, Crazy Eric, would like it.
I thought it was a great game because it just kind of requires you to think a little bit and just be a little bit more aware of what's happening, because as you're walking towards the edge of a screen to advance it, one of these woolly Chewbacca creatures will come out and just shoot you dead. So you have to.
He was your friend.
Well, there's he's one of your friends because you helped break him out of prison.
Life debt.
Yeah. So you'll be walking towards the screen, all chummy, and you'll be shot dead. So then the next time you get up to that screen, you'll have to know to duck and fire your blaster at the right time, and then you get to move on. And it's crazy hard. It's super, super difficult. So if you want something really difficult, go ahead and play that. Other than
I think I'll pass.
no, it's only if you're going to spend $10, I'd say get Cookie and Cream.
Oh, it's on. You can get it for your iPhone
You can
for
get
$3.99.
get what?
Another World.
What? It'd totally be
What?
worth it for $3.99.
Downloading it.
Are you really?
Yeah, I have like $100 gift card for
Do
iTunes, and I
Might
never
as well just spend it on crazy shit.
exactly. I'm a baller.
You may as well. Oh, there it is.
Done.
Nice. I expect to hear positive things.
Frustrations.
No. So nothing else?
9.
9.
I was gonna play a little bit of the original XCOM game because the new expansion is coming out next week, but then that never happened either.
Yeah. Did you play, this is not retro in the least bit, but did you play XCOM, or the Bureau, XCOM Declassified?
The shooter one? No, I did not.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was your cup of tea.
No, I think Eads played it, but I heard it was not that good.
Well, then I won't bother with it. You guys want to do some emails?
Sure.
It's a short show.
I still feel like we need to have a jingle for emails.
Well, find me a jingle.
Does it only feel like a short show because the last show we did was like 2.5 hours long?
Last show was real long. I did start playing, and I'm going to continue this for next show, but I did start playing Heart of Darkness, and I got...
Oh yeah, that's what I was wanting to do.
I got sidetracked because I made it to the 4th screen and couldn't get past it, just like the guy who recommended it said would happen. And then I started playing Another World and realized that these two games are identical. Heart of Darkness is like a PS1 version of Another World. Super hard, very same concept. If you don't know what to do exactly on that screen, you're going to die, and then you get to do it again. So it's a 2D side-scrolling Demon Souls. So I'm definitely playing that for next week. But,
Can we please do an Age of Empires?
yeah, we need to get it, though.
You can acquire it.
And how are we going to do that?
Acquiring it.
I found it in an old jewel case at Target for $3.99, and then I looked on the system requirements and saw that it didn't support Windows 8, and then I realized I didn't have a CD player in my computer anyway, so...
Yeah, that sucks. We'll work on it.
Yeah, I think I'll... We'll see if we can figure it out, but we would have to get a time together where all 4 of us could play a couple multiplayer matches.
Shit's gonna go down.
You're gonna suck.
Just, I don't know when we could do it. I was going to say we could just do it in place of a show and then record it and then put it up as a show. Us just trash talking and playing Age of Empires.
I like it.
That'd be the most worthless show.
It's
Because
pretty
if
much
you're
what
not
we do now.
if you're not watching the concurrent video with it, you have no idea what's going on.
Huh.
Totally forgot to have Christy.
It'll be a special holiday edition.
I totally forgot to have Christy come in and talk about Cookie and Cream.
You're such a bad husband.
I told her I was going to have her come in.
You're a dickbag.
Ooh, yeah, now it is.
I suck.
What's her name on Twitter?
She doesn't have one.
Do I have her on Facebook?
No.
Damn it.
Let's see here. All right. Emails. There, I left a long enough jingle, or long enough pause, so if you want to give us a jingle, Jess, I'll put it in.
Okay.
I don't remember which ones we read last. Oh, Adam Wood, Kevin, wrote back to you and said that Legacy of the Wizard was on NES, because because you were asking which console it was on. Apparently he didn't write it in his email.
Oh,
We
good
only have
stuff.
2 emails today.
But didn't we not get to some from last time?
No, we did all those from not last time. Last time.
The time before.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So if you want to write in an email, factorysealed@manatank.com. First one comes from dedicated reader, writer, listener Michael Kelso. Subject line, I should have been taking notes. He says, hey, Factory Sealed peeps, so you guys have already played Sunset Riders, and I knew that. My bad. It's worth playing again. Well, no, not really. I have a question for you. What game or games are your guilty pleasure games? I.e., that Sir Elton John album that you have to pull out from behind the bookcase when your wife or husband isn't home. I'll give you a couple of mine. Harvest Moon for SNES and Skate or Die for the NES. I know Eric's is good old Goof Troop. Look forward to hearing what you think. Godspeed, Michael Kelso. Guilty pleasure games. I was going to agree with him, and I was going to say Harvest Moon, but for the Game Boy Advance.
I think that's a good one.
Because that was the first Harvest Moon that I played, and I played so much of it that I've never been able to play one since.
Was that the one where you do like the little farm?
Yeah. You farm carrots and corn, and you have to water it daily. It's basically your first 9 seconds of interaction with the game are what you're doing 600 hours into the game.
So basically, that game was the first ever Facebook game
Farmville.
that they
Yes.
that they sold for $69.99,
No,
and people bought it.
I think I only paid $39 for it, and that's back when I played it on my original Game Boy Advance that didn't have a light.
Like, what do you mean it didn't have a light? Like, the screen didn't light up?
Yeah, the original Game Boy Advances weren't backlit. So you had to play that thing in damn direct sunlight. It was a really, really shitty design decision.
Probably a little out of the technology that they had at the time.
No way. Didn't they have the Game Boy Pocket which lit up?
I don't know which one came out first.
I don't know. Guilty pleasure games. I've got to have some.
So does he mean just something that you like to bust out every once in a while?
That's kind of embarrassing. Like a guilty pleasure is something that you're not really proud to say that you enjoy.
You guys totally make fun of how much I love Pokemon. Oh, Pokemon Snap. Oh, that is so a guilty pleasure one. That is the most useless game, but I love it so much.
How about Tetris Plus? We used to have Tetris Plus tournaments in college, and we would get so belligerently drunk and yell at the little archaeological dig guy because he'd be pissing us off. I mean, he really did nothing in the game, but he was just our outlet for anger.
I've never been a Tetris fan because I love Dr. Mario so much.
Not familiar with that guy.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I would say, for me...
Spice World?
No.
That was awful.
That game sucked.
That game was so bad. Little Mermaid was yours, wasn't it?
Well, no, that's not a guilty pleasure at all. That game is awesome.
Yeah, that game's straight up awesome.
Back when all my friends were still into World of Warcraft, my computer was such a piece of shit that it couldn't play it. So I played Dungeons and Dragons Online instead.
Oh,
because the
no.
graphics requirements were like terrible.
Oh,
And
no.
I loved that game, man. All my friends have always made fun of me for liking that game. But every once in a while, I'll download an update. It'll take me like 45 minutes to get the update, and then I'll play it for a half an hour and then drop it.
When did that come out?
I want to say like 2004, maybe 2005.
Never got into the MMOs. Yeah, that's it. I don't have any other guilty pleasure games. I pretty much enjoy all my games openly.
I feel like we should totally play Pokemon Snap. Yes.
Isn't that the one where you just take pictures?
Yes.
No.
Yes, it is.
I take that back. I know I've said I've never played Pokemon before, but Pokemon Puzzle Quest. I think that's what it's called. That's one where it's like Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
I don't think I ever played that.
It's kind of like Tetris, except with colored beans that you got to line up. It's exactly like Tetris.
So it's pretty much Tetris.
Yeah, except instead of completing lines across, you complete colors.
Huh.
Doesn't sound that good.
Oh, Mean Bean Machine's great. It's kind of like, did you ever play the DS game Lumens? It's like Lumens. So Lumens probably stole from Pokemon Snap, which stole from Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
No, Pokemon Snap is just taking pictures.
Not Pokemon.
You take the
Puzzle
best
Quest.
picture and it judges you
Damn it, that
on
doesn't
whether
sound
you
right.
take a good picture.
So hold on, what were the
So much
the
fun.
levels of a good picture? Like you needed a face-on shot of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
It needed to be in frame, nice and zoomed up. Did you want like background? Did you want like plants in the background? Would that get you extra points?
I think action shots got the most points.
So if they're like Pikachu was like lightning bolting something and you got a picture of that,
You'd be set for life.
So is this
man.
just like the PS3 game that came out called Africa, where you just wander around the wilderness and there's just Pokemon doing their thing and you're just taking pictures?
Well, you're on like a train or something, and you have to like throw things at specific times so you can get different Pokemon to come out.
Oh, so it's not like you're creeping around their neighborhood spying through their windows.
No.
Oh.
You don't have to hide your kids and hide your wife. Yeah. So much fun.
We got one more email here from George Vosper. He says, since last show you told stories about ghosts and whatnot, I have an anecdote myself. For
Is
reference,
it an anecdote?
I'm glad I
it
reread
just
this
be a
sentence
story?
twice because I read it as, for reference, I am a German Shepherd. It says, I have a German Shepherd. Once in a while, I hear quite a bit of claws on the floor outside my room. That usually happens at night. One night, I finally decide to greet my dog. I say hi and open the door. She isn't there. No down the stairs noise or anything. I close my door quickly. This has been happening for years. I mean, I might be going crazy, but I doubt it. Also, suggestion for a game I'd like you to try out, Snatcher on Sega CD. Thanks for reading. He should put flour outside his door.
Oh, no, because I wouldn't want to know what would happen.
Put flour and a camera.
Yeah, and then he's going to be on the next Paranormal Activity.
Heck yeah.
or just set up a shotgun right behind his door with like a button trigger, and then as soon as he hears something, he just presses that button.
But by the time he does that, it's actually going to be his dog.
Oh.
Or he could bring his dog inside with him.
Yeah, and then not shotgun his dog to the face.
Yeah. It's like, I'm wondering, is this like a nightly thing? There's no way in hell I'd be able to sleep if I knew that was happening every night.
But it could be like a friendly ghost dog that's just taking care of him.
A friendly ghost dog with giant claws scratching to get into your room. Sounds real nice.
Not scratching, just tiptoeing.
It clearly
Like,
says in
I'm
here...
running because I'm so excited to protect my human owner because I'm a ghost dog
Claws
that's so fancy.
on the floor.
Yeah, like I'm running because I'm excited.
So you think he's like jumping around in little circles, like waiting to go out and play frisbee with George
Where's the walk?
Ghostbuster?
Where's the walk? Let's go for a walk.
I don't think a ghost dog would need to go for a walk. It would
Maybe
would it
it's
even
still
walk? Would it float?
that's its unfinished business. It needs to go for one last walk.
Maybe it got hit by a car on its walk and it needs to finish its walk.
And
Oh.
George is not taking it for a walk. George, you're a horrible person.
You know what he needs to get? Maybe this would get it to go away. Get one of those carnival leashes that's really stiff and has the collar at the bottom of it. So like
The invisible dog leashes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just, all right, ghost dog, just jump in here. We're going to go. And then take him for a walk.
Yeah.
Maybe that would put it to rest. Either that or it's a giant demon and it'll just possess him and then something bad will happen and we'll have another movie in 30 years.
Well, you never know until you try.
It's a risk worth taking. That's all we got for emails. If you guys want to write in, factorysealthemanattank.com. What are we playing for next week?
Eh.
No, I don't know.
I want to do Heart of Darkness.
Okay.
My arm's better, so I don't have to have a
feel like
excuse.
you need to have decent arms to play a game.
I get really tense up, and my arm was really sore.
God.
I saved lives.
Oh.
3 lives.
I know what else I wanted to talk about. We have giveaways for this holiday season.
True story.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Did you find out if you're going to be able to do your giveaway, Jess?
All the components are there, but I don't have a TV to hook it up to, so I have to find an older TV to check.
Okay, well, we could potentially say it's a giveaway.
Potential giveaway. Well, it'll be a giveaway, whether it's a working giveaway or not.
That's a really shitty giveaway.
What are you talking about giving away? Can you say?
Your mom.
That was uncalled for.
No.
You need to go to a middle school. Jesus.
No, the middle schools are all gone. It's so that you can't make your mom jokes.
Oh, that's right. They just ooze forward into adulthood.
So what are you giving away then? If you're allowed to talk about it. Or what are you potentially giving away?
Me?
Yeah.
So Andrew picked up a Commodore VIC-20 at the auction that he was at. So we have that, but we don't know if it's working. We're going to find out.
I bet it works. Those things are pretty resilient.
I think it would.
Yeah.
Because everything's there. All the cables and the little joystick, everything's there.
Does it have any games?
I haven't opened... There's no cassettes there, but I think there's one inside. We'll see.
How could you have this thing in your living room and not want to play with it?
Because I've been busy.
I've been marking papers.
I know. Life is rough.
I don't know how I want to decide to give this away because this is a ton of work. But people have probably seen pictures. I'm making a handmade Mega Man stocking.
I still can't believe that you are such a woman that you know how to sew and
sing and do
stuff
jazz
like
hands.
that.
Yep. And make sweet, sweet collages for you.
Yeah. You
Babe.
have all the skills of a 1940s housewife.
Shit gets real once you get married. When I was in middle school, I'll have you know that's a skill I learned. I had home ec class, I learned how to bake cookies, and I made a bag out of cow fabric.
We did not have home ec.
And I also learned another important lesson that if it's supposed to cook for 10 minutes at 300 degrees, does not mean 5 minutes at 600.
I don't even think ovens go up to 600.
Okay, you get the point. Hot for a certain amount of time does not equal hotter at lower time.
But I feel like that makes, like, everyone tries to do it because it makes sense in your mind.
My baked potatoes came out like rocks.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
At least I had my bag to put them in. I still have my cow fabric bag that I made. Did you miss the last minute and a half of this conversation?
Apparently.
Oh, man.
Why would you put potatoes in a bag, though?
Because I made the cow bag in home ec. I'm just trying to tie in all the shit I did in home ec together.
It's so confusing.
I'm sorry. So I don't know how I want to give that away, because that's got to be something special. That's a lot of work.
Write you a love letter. Ooh.
Maybe I will have somebody... the person who can beat Mega Man 2 in the least amount of time. I don't know how I would quantify that, though.
And how would you actually get them to prove it? Because when you beat Mega Man, it's not like you can screenshot the time, because there is no time.
Yeah.
Well, they could YouTube it.
Not everybody's got that
So
capability.
the only people who are allowed to enter are the ones who have YouTube.
No, because then
And
they could
can
video
Everyone
edit
has
it.
YouTube.
They could video edit it. And like, I beat it in 6 seconds. Done.
Well, you have to have a camcorder.
Oh, so you have to record it really, really shitty.
Yes.
Vertically on your cell phone.
Vertically on your cell phone. With a lot of background noise.
Dogs
so we
barking.
can really hear what's happening in your life.
I don't know. We'll have to
And-
come up with something. I think we should, and I feel bad doing this, but I feel like we should put a stipulation on it where if we do give it away to you and you don't live in the United States or Canada, we won't ship it. But if you still want it, you could pay for shipping.
That's such an American thing to do.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
realize-
totally an American.
Do you know how expensive it is to ship shit overseas?
We shipped that care package to Finland or
And
wherever
it was
the
like
hell.
$65.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
So
you
don't
know
give
what?
me this, that's an American way.
It's totally American.
We had to do that because we told him we would give it to him for the New Year's show, and it was almost a year later when he finally got it.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was Oliver's fault, because Oliver just couldn't muster himself up to draw a picture.
Drawing pictures is hard. Take pen to paper.
Move it around. Put paper in
Done.
envelopes, send it. 33 cents. I don't know. We'll come up with something. If you guys have a good idea for how to give this stuff away, let us know. But it's got to be something pretty sweet, because that Mega Man stocking can't go just anywhere. You guys got anything
You
else?
can give it to me.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll rig
Yeah,
the contest
say
for Kev.
Screw it. There's no Well, yeah. Well, I could pretend to be a listener, and I could enter, but then it'll just be me winning.
Yeah, you could enter under a different name. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
start setting up a Twitter account though, and getting followers and like posting tweets from a pseudonym.
So you're a real person?
Mm-hmm. So there's some cred to your alias.
All right, my pseudonym is going to be.
Don't say it.
Dangle. Okay, sorry.
Lunch Daniel.
Lunch Dangles.
Oh, lunch hanging. God,
No one will guess that.
absolutely not.
They'll just think it's some fanboy.
You're a genius.
Breakfast tickles. That's a
That one's even better.
That's a terrible name. All right, you guys got anything else? Any other nuggets of brilliance? We don't have Aaron here to round us out with some completely misplaced
Off the
movie
wall.
quote. If you didn't listen to the end of last show, like all the way to the very end,
It was so awkward.
does anybody even know what he was trying to get? If you're hungry with your feetsies, go get some pizzies.
Yeah, I don't know. He tweeted out what movie it was from, and I hadn't even ever heard of the movie. I was like, all right,
Fuck
it's
it, I'm
obviously
done.
not important.
It was so unbelievably awkward.
Oh, it was terrible. You gonna make it there, Jess?
No.
Oh man. All right. On that note, Jess, where can we find you on Twitter?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
What? I think we should just ride this one out.
I can't.
I don't know what to do.
I guess it was a funny quote, huh?
I'm good.
Okay, where can we find you on Twitter?
At Jess M. Clarkson.
Kev?
At Dinner Dangles.
You can find me at Honest Pizza. That is going to do it. If you have game suggestions, emails, love notes, whatever, factorysealed@manatank.com. We'll see y'all next week.